What's up, and welcome back to Interpreting the Stars, where today we're bringing it back to the world of Nicholas Sparks with his 6th film adaptation, The Last Song. You may recognize this as the film featuring the one, the only, Miley Cyrus playing alongside her longtime will they won't they boo, Liam Hemsworth. It's also one of the few Nicholas Sparks films I've never seen until now, and I probably wouldn't have if I didn't review movies, so isn't that neat? I could just be biased though. Maybe whatever it was that was holding me back was all in poor taste. I guess we'll find out, and if you're lucky, I'll finish this review as a kissogram. Let's get cracking. This review is brought to you by the word of the day, kissogram. A novelty greeting or message delivered by a person who accompanies it with a kiss arranged as a humorous surprise for the recipient. The Last Song focuses on rebellious teen Ronnie as she spends the summer with her estranged father and younger brother. While there, she runs into tall, dark, and handsome Will, who begins to break her out of her shell and helps return her back to a place where she feels content and connected more with her father, as they share a common passion, music. This story was literally written with Miley Cyrus in mind. Can you imagine? She was still currently doing Hannah Montana at this point, and Nicholas Sparks was just sitting there with writer's block, and he's like, woo, I know, I'll just do the same thing I've always done, but this time, I'll write a character centered around Miley Cyrus. Not only that, but if you're a Nicholas Sparks fan, you kind of have to live with the fact that out of all the actors that have been matched up for one of his adaptations, the only ones that kind of made a successful relationship outside the movies was Miley Cyrus and Liam Hemsworth. And even then, it's grasping at straws. Their relationship couldn't be more tumultuous. The reason I didn't want to see this is because I personally think Miley Cyrus is one of the worst actresses out there. I think one of her films is my second worst rated films ever, and I've scored over 1,900 movies. That movie that I'm talking about, it's bad because of her. I'm sorry, but it's true. However, I'm not one to judge one film and throw her under the bus for everything else that she does. There's every chance in the world that this could have been a masterpiece. So what did I think about Miley in this role? We'll just say this. During one of the times that I paused the movie to use the bathroom or something, I literally just called out in annoyance, Miley Cyrus can't act! I'm sorry. I hate to give hate, I really do. But she's easily the worst part of the movie, and there's so much focus on her. She's so bad in her role that she actually makes Liam Hemsworth look like an Oscar nominee when all is actually said and done. In all actuality, I mean, he's fine. Truth be told, I actually felt as if Liam was having a good time filming his scenes while Miley was kind of forcing everything. The story itself was just as bland and as blah as Dear John was, but where Dear John had that silver lining story that I loved, this film didn't have that. It had a subplot revolving around baby turtles, and for the most part, that was just weird, and nothing that I could relate to, obviously, so not only did I not care about these characters that mostly felt flat, but the subplots were also uninteresting as well. To be honest, I'm having a hard time deciding if anything in the movie was worthwhile to talk about in a positive light, because I don't think there is. The only thing I could do is sit here and wait for the next Nicholas Sparks trope to occur, which I was unsure if it would. The film's PG and can currently be found on Disney+, so those deeper, darker, more emotional parts you would typically see from Nicholas Sparks may not have shown up. But they did. Again, they always do. That makes 6 for 6. The best parts of the movie, if you can call it that, is the fact that they didn't crash and burn with absolutely every aspect. The stuff going on behind the scenes was, fine. Nothing that stood out as good or bad, it's just safe. The areas where the film remained safe was what kept the film from getting a worse score. Take that as you will, and let's take a look at my final rating for a second. From an unbiased technical level, I'd say a majority of the production stuff in the movie was business as usual, but the areas of character development and importance lacked, as did the poor acting from Miley Cyrus. Lots of little stuff like that kept this film at a low unbiased score of 42%. And because I really, really didn't like this movie, my bias score is even lower at 38%, averaging everything out to a final score of 40%, 40 out of 100 possible stars, granting The Last Song with a letter grade of F. I wish I could give it a lower letter grade than F, but alas. Let me know your guys' thoughts on The Last Song in the comments down below. Am I in the minority here? Do you actually like it? Let me know. As for YouTube, you guys know what to do. Hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed this review, because there's always more like it coming out each and every single day. Hit the subscribe button and bell to be notified when I come out with my next Nicholas Sparks review, which should be the lucky one. And until then, peace out.
Dave examines movies we just watch for fun. Davey is the expert. He is the #1 critic that I go to when I need a movie pick. Thanks for joining up with us. We think you